Welcome. I think there's a lack of skills within the self-improvement community, or should I say, there's a lack of focus on building skills within the self-improvement community. The phrase skills to pay the bills. You've heard it before, but it's important. It's important because do you have the skills to pay the bills? I think what the self-improvement community does well is talking about, your physical health, workouts. But in terms of building skills and the slingshot potential mechanism that I talked about in another video, if you haven't seen that, go see it. But in terms of building skills, the emphasis is not there so much. And I like to think of it like this. If you take away the tertiary layers of, social media, influencing, having a platform, what skills do you have to, help society? Or what skills do you have that make you a valuable member of society? Now, when I say valuable member, don't get caught up on that. All I mean is that, do you have skills that society demands? Do you understand? So a bit of kind of a little task for you guys to do, which I think will be interesting, is when you get time, go on YouTube and watch a video on something to do with, how an important how an important process, that's the word, how an important process in society happens. What do I mean by this? Watch a little video on how you get clean water delivered to your house. Watch a video on how energy is distributed to your house. Yeah? Watch a video on how food is imported. Watch a video on agriculture, something like that. One of them key, vital things that keep society running. Watch a little video on that. And then think to yourself, what skills do I have that could help me contribute to that sort of process? Not just that, the medical field, all these types of stuff. Vital things that keep society running. What skills do I have that could contribute to these processes which help society function? Look into that. Because the Hanuman Regiment is about creating generational excellence, not just generational wealth. We want excellence. Excellence is providing the next generation with better opportunities than you had, and being able to educate them on a higher level than you was. To some of you watching this, that's going to sound like common sense, When I have kids, why would I not do that? Of course I'm going to do that, but I'm telling you, it's lost. It's lost. That is not common way of thinking. Self-improvement is not a common way of thinking. Just because you see loads of self-improvement videos on your YouTube, that's just the algorithm working. You have the algorithm working in your favor to recommend you that stuff. But it's not common. You see what I'm saying? So, important things. That took me long. That took a long little pause there, but I was trying to get the words out. Anyway, important things, that help society function. Look into those. Build skills in those, right? Once you have those skills, you can look at ways to monetize them, and go from there. But that's another video. The next thing I think is vital is having a creative outlet. Now, I'm talking here because I've already mentioned that, self-improvement, we have the fitness stuff down. That's what lots of them talk about. We know about fitness, okay? I'm assuming that you've got the fitness down pat, but you're looking at the skill section, right? Have a creative outlet. What do I mean by this? It could be anything. It could be art, music, video editing, that sort of stuff, yeah? That's going to help you. That's the left, right side of the brain. You need to exercise both of them, and having a creative outlet is going to help you when it comes to solving problems and thinking in a creative way. Because then what happens? Once you've exercised your creativity and you're exercising your more logical mind, you combine them together and you think of creative, ideas that you can then apply logic to and really propel society. That's what the Hanuman Regiment is about. Generational excellence, propelling society, moving society further. So if you are watching this right now and you feel like a bit, in terms of when it comes to building your skills, you're on the self-improvement regiment, you want to build your skills, and I'm going to get to something else in a bit, but you don't know where to build your skills, either look at some problems in society that you are passionate about and think of what skills you need to solve them, or just anything you're interested in terms of the videos I was telling you to watch, like, how agriculture, medical, engineering, any stuff like that. Think of it and do it, right? And when it comes to the creative outlet, creativity is creativity. I'm gonna let you go where you want with that. However, here's why it's also fundamental. Because once you have a skill set, right? Let's take engineering, for example, or the medical field, for example, right? Once you start to build your knowledge and skills within these functions, right? And as you're improving yourself and upgrading yourself and you're getting money coming in, you can then reinvest that money into those different outlets that you have skills within. What's that going to do? That's going to help, add to the research pool that humans are building up. And it's going to allow you to contribute to adding to all the kind of studies and research that we have going on, thus propelling society further and giving a great contribution. A problem that we see in society nowadays, I think, is when you have people who have a lot of money but not so many skills, or it's not even the skill, it's not the fact that they don't have skills, it's the mindset of building skills that they lack. So what happens is when they get money, they spend it on stupidness or spend it on stuff they don't need, the material, the cars, the chains, all that, and you see them flexing and it's like, yeah, this is me, and then they feel empty and they buy more chains, more cars, and you see it. Imagine these people with the money they had a skill set and an outlet that they would go down, engineering, medical, and they were putting that money into this sort of stuff, whether it's for themselves, just their own inventions they want to come up with, their own kind of medical research, or something for society, or something for their community that they were brought up in, the area they were raised in, providing opportunities like that. Some of these people could be Tony Stark already, but they don't. And partly that's due to how society has kind of made us think. And it's a lack of improvement mindset. It's a lack of regiment. It's a lack of generational excellence, focused mindset. So there you have it. That's what I'm going to leave you with today to think about. Building skills. If in the future now, we want to go more into how do we build skills? What's the best way? Because it's a discipline to sit down and focus. This is what I'm saying. The self-improvement community, they have it good when it comes to getting up and going to the gym, but to sit down, focus and study and just be quiet and get into the nitty-gritty studying, that takes a lot. It doesn't take a lot, everything's it's all in the mind, but that takes some discipline. And to make good progress with your studies and not, read a couple things and then, log off and that's it, you're done. But to, properly indulge that's going to take a lot. So if you want me to get into that, let me know. And I'll provide you some of my top tips that I like to do when it comes to deep study. I'll provide you with information on how I plan to study and ways which you can build focus. Because if you've gone from, scrolling on your phone all the time and you want to do 3-4 hours of intense study, you may need to break it down a bit. See what I'm saying? Same way, if you want to be able to run for 3-4 hours straight or do a marathon, you're going to have to break it down a bit and start by doing shorter distances. So we're going to get into that. But to all of you, keep working, keep improving yourself, and I'm going to see you in the next one.